enter in, brand new door. My new Shangri-La for the next 3 months. By the way, don't forget to change the locks on the doors. Doorknob to come, but at least the deadbolt to change. You never know when the previous owner may just want to come back for something they forgot. What'd you see just walking right in? What's the first thing you notice? 2 different floorings, which means 2 different levels. So you can't just go on top of the tile, you have to remove it because the carpet will be to concrete. Next, notice the kitchen. Original cabinets. Here's the next quandary. Dishwasher, range, refrigerator. You want to replace all 3, but the fridge looks good, and it is. Do you keep it, or do you swap them all out with matching equipment? But if you match with white, everyone wants stainless. You have to make these considerations at times. Plus, looking up, you can see there was a fixed ceiling. The raised ceiling, got the term for it now, that has to go. This place came furnished. One of the good things to do is to donate the furniture. I have people coming to take it right now. They'll haul it all away for me. They're even hauling away the range and dishwasher, which I know I have to replace. Another thing to look at, especially here in Florida, hurricane windows and doors. Notice, it's hard to tell, but these are. That means that it has incredible extra value. All right, the balcony. There was quite a bit of work done on the balcony. You can see it's pretty rough, but this can either be painted or it can be tiled up. Definitely have to paint and handle up some of the cracks. But here's one of the nice things I liked about this. This is a 55 plus community. So these are generally going to be more retirees. You can get more bang for your buck in getting a great apartment for a great price. But think about this. When you're retired, this is your view. Sitting out here looking on a pond with fountains with a nice community center in the middle. This was a huge plus. This is what attracted me to this place, and it's going to make people want this. And the more attractive it is, the more money you're going to make. Bedroom number 2, very plain, carpet, and again, notice the change of floor level. Hacking up the tile's not going to be easy, but this is just your basic bedroom. Paint it, clean up the closet, you're good. Bathroom number 1. You can see it's lovely. One of the fun things to notice is there leaking? Which there is. As you can tell, they also tried to repair it by spraying a floor, goopy stuff on the floor, and then covered half the drain. So then it forced water into the corner, and you can see how it's buckling. And that means mold in the walls. Always pay attention to this, because mold, it could be 3,000, it could be 15,000. Next, notice 2 handles, hot and cold. That's a detriment. You could leave it and just change the plumbing, but it's really not the best thing to do. I'm going to, when I demo all of this, I'm going to have the plumber make it 1 stock. That'll definitely add value. One thing I did luck out in, the cabinet is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. I can save a few dollars doing that. I can also save a few dollars with the toilet, because the toilet is in great condition. Master bedroom. This is, maybe it's a queen, yeah, it's a queen, but it could handle a king in here. Look in here. All right, first thing to notice. There's no rod to hang your clothes. It has to be hooked in this. People aren't going to like that. Going to have to swap out the shelf, but that's pretty easy. Again, just flooring. Bonus. Not only does this unit have a brand new AC, but a brand new hot water heater. Oh, that's just excellent. That was a huge bonus. You see things like this, that is a lot of time and effort. So think about that. And coming around, we're again just talking flooring and paint. And most likely replace the fan, although maybe that can be saved. I'll evaluate. And now the master bathroom. Again, good cabinet, good shape. Maybe you have to fix the medicine cabinet. But and the toilet is good, but here's the other fun part. See this despicable matching tile. You can have it, instead of torn out, you can have it refinished, meaning a certain type of plaster and paint can be put on top of it that's durable and set for a bathroom and can completely transform it and make it literally look like Carrara marble. That's what I'm going to be doing. So it's going to take an $8,000 to $10,000 bathroom and make it $2,000, and it'll still look awesome. Again, the plumbing is off. I'm going to have to turn that to a single stock, but that's okay. Here's another fun thing that you are going to most likely find. Ready? That's right, popcorn ceiling. And this popcorn does not taste good. No butter, it is hard, and it is not fun to scrape off. I definitely recommend that you spend a little extra time doing it. It's taken me a little bit longer, rookie mistake. It's not coming down as easy as I thought it would, but I'll get the job done. Video of bathroom number 2 after demolition. You can see it's quite a mess. It's a lot more work than I thought, but thankfully the panels that appeared to be glass were not. They were just simple plastic, so I was able to rip them out. Now it's also much easier for the plumber to come in and do the pipes and then have it all put right back up with most likely bath fitter, which is the most affordable way to be able to redo a bathroom. Now comes some of the real fun, picking up flooring. Probably the easiest is carpet. As you can see, there's just the matting and the carpet. You can peel it up, and you're gonna have the tack strip where they've tacked it down, and a lot of times it's wood, so it's gonna go up as such. Or other times, you can have the metal strip. The metal strip comes up much easier. But here's one thing that's really fun you should take a look at. The people who've had this place before, when they put in the carpet, they put in the carpet first before doing the closet doors. So now the entire railing is under the carpet. So now instead of just pulling up the carpet, I now have to disassemble the doors and the tracks to be able to go and then put it on and get that carpet out. And when I do, that then means it's not going to be even, and I'm probably gonna have to prop it up. So try to keep an eye on this if you can. Next is the fun of removing tile. Let's face it, there's just not a tile that's going to last the test of time. So your best bet is to hopefully find really old tile floor. The tile floors we're doing recently, it's going to be a lot more work. But in this case, this floor is probably original, so you can see as I've already been pulling it up, the thin set, which is the concrete which binds the tile to the real hardcore concrete floor, is very loose. So now, you're gonna need your wedge. You can bind that, and your sledgehammer at Home Depot. Then, as I've got it wedged in so I can do the camera, goes through. Now, well, this one seems to be a little tougher, but that's what you do. Wedge, 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 over and over again until you get all the tile up. It's hard work, but again, you're starting to talk about thousands of dollars of savings in sweat equity. Well, as you can hear, I'm out of breath. That's because doing the hammer and chisel wasn't doing up some of the tiles that apparently were put down in concrete, cement, and a Star Trek force field so they wouldn't come up. This is when you have to bring out the heavy tools. I can't do this video right now and show you on this puppy, but this is a power hammer drill. Comes with the chisel, and it's just basically, it's a back and forth motion, and you just put it up to the edge of the tile that doesn't want to come up, like here where you can see the tiles splitting instead of coming up from the thin set. You tap it up to it and run it, and off it goes. And it just, what would have taken me about 20 minutes, It just did in about 20 seconds, just one little patch right there. But that was not coming up, so just bear that in mind. Another bonehead thing that you have to sometimes deal with. You can see here, the edge of the tile floor matches, the baseboard goes below. You can see where the tile had touched the baseboard. You always lay the floor and then you put the baseboard. In this case, if they had wanted to change the baseboard, they couldn't because it was sealed in by the tile. Always do your flooring directly up against the drywall. That way it will save you a lot of pain. Here's one of the other fun problems. As I was pulling up all the tile and jackhammering it, there were the tougher pieces, and that's because the thin set was just way too strong. So I have been having to hack away at this now, chip by chip by chip. Now what I used is, this is a nice handy tool to stand and look at the blade. Whoop, let me make it. It's a blade, so you can take it with your hand and then pull those pieces up. Now if that doesn't work, that's when you come back to your pickaxe and you literally have to hack away at it piece by piece until it's gone. Buddha work, but that's what it is. Next, removing baseboards. You can see this is the common standard baseboard that's been around forever, and here I've been removing it. But one of the fun things is with the carpet, you have the carpet wood, and you have, as you can see here, nailed down. You need this tool, big old chisel. This, the flat end, can get underneath and lift up. Now, if you're lucky, some of these nails will come out like that one did, but many of these haven't. So you have to use this and yank this out. And then as you see right here, there's a nail. Here's what you can do. See this curve and the flat end there? See how it's just a little bit off the floor? I'm gonna close my eyes and do this. Nail is now gone. So do that. Then with this, removing the baseboard, I have to put the foam down, but this is hammering the chisel in with the hammer where my hand is, and then you'll just wedge it right out. Now that you can see, I've been able to hack away all the trim. But one thing you do have to remember that I wanted to show is the door trim. You can't just have that trim down below new and then leave this god-awful trim here. And as you can see, I'm doing the same thing. You take the wedge, you'll put it in, and you just keep wedging until you can get it out, and then, well, I can't do it with one hand, but that's what it'll do. That will just come right off so whoever's exposed. Next, just to mention for fun yet again, they actually put the carpet underneath the rails to the closet doors. You're just going to find things like this when you flip. Deal with it. Let's do a quick walkthrough on basically end of day 2. Well, I have this wonderful sunset view looking out to the beautiful water and fountains and all such. Then I come back in here and see holes in the wall. Walk through mounds and mounds and mounds of garbage. Nails are everywhere. This is what it's about, folks. And every time I turn around, I step on one of these and get a nail in my shoe. I highly, highly recommend very thick sole shoes because this gets really ugly really quickly. And I've been pulling nails out from my shoe instead of my feet. That's day 2. Remember, safety always. Let's work again tomorrow. Riding along in my automobile, na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. My aching hands are on the wheel, na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. It's off to painting I will go, na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. That's my particular place to go. No. Yep, it has been just daily work. Today, kitchen. Did the spackling yesterday. I hope everything's going to look good today. I've got to get it painted absolutely today. Make sure then if I have a mistake, I can fix it tomorrow on Sunday, because they install all the cabinets on Monday. Get that work done. Don't think, oh, well, once the kitchen cabinets are in, I can just paint around them. No, you can't. No, you can't. Don't think that. While everything's out, paint. Slap paint around, throw it around, do whatever. Just get the painting done before the cabinets are in. How else can mornings start without a trip to your favorite place, the Home Depot? Load up on all your supplies. Let's see, a little bit of paint, some brushes. With inflation, it only cost me about $5,000 for the paint, but that's it. Now off to paint. And here's your handy dandy table. Makeshift, some sawhorses, cheap, $50 for a pair. So I've got 2 tables from Home Depot. Here is the Wagner Power Sprayer. I'll be trying this out tomorrow, but today it's more important about doing trim. And by trim, I mean this. It's good to go around first and get all those edges that the sprayer or roller, whichever one you prefer to use, can't get to. Get it nice and thick in those spots. Don't forget to take off all the plates, because you don't want to paint over the plates or paint next to them and then have a dark old spot afterwards. Yes, those are hideously old outlets. I'm having all of them replaced. Finally ready to paint the kitchen. Been a little bit of work. Demo all the cabinets. Take out the fan. Here was a fun part. They put up a piece of cardboard, glued it to the ceiling, and then attached the fan with drywall bolt screws into the cardboard. That one was fun. But plumbing's done, ice maker line is run, cable ties are all tied off. We're ready and set to go. One thing for sure, the more you prep, the less you clean. So now that I have everything taped off and protected, drip guards taped all around the floor and such, I can just paint away, then later on just rip off the paper. It might have taken me about 30 minutes to put the paper and the tape up. It'll take me 30 seconds to take it down, and I won't have to do any cleaning. How about that? Next rookie mistake. When you're tracking around in all the paint, oops, kind of bring your crappy shoes. Now these shoes were great. They're indestructible shoes at indestructibleshoes.com. Yes, another unpaid endorsement. Steel tip, Kevlar weave. These shoes are indestructible, but not paint resistant. Try to do better shoes. Just remember one thing, when you use the Power Paint Sprayer, paint goes everywhere. Painting day 1, I did all the tight spots, corners, edges, things as such. But here was the fun today. Painting day 2, I used the Wagner Power Sprayer. Literally blast paint into the wall. I was able to do this entire place, bathroom, bedroom, where I see I missed a spot already. I'm coming back with touch-ups, but all of this and bathroom, I got all of it done. I'll come back for a better view for you. Got it all done in one day, in really a half a day. So the Wagner Power Sprayer over a roller, million times yes. Hard at work, my new renovating crew. Looky, looky, looky. My new doors. I like them. Notice how they are 2-panel. That's so, because it's only about an 8.5-foot ceiling in here. It's kind of low. You need to be able to make it look bigger. Now the doors are off color. They have not been painted yet by my crew, which you can hear their music playing. They're a little bit of fun. If you're going to have a fan, at least have an attractive one. It's chrome, looks like a big old propeller. It's neat looking. Now in here, after I just said that, I'm gonna be a hypocrite and I just got a basic fan for the guest room. It's small, it's flush mounted, it'll do. Another rookie mistake, but one that I can easily get out of. So when I went to buy the fan, I saw the only exterior fan that was even there at Lowe's. Hey, Lowe's, you need to pay me for all this advertising. But look at what's not there on the fan. See it yet? That's right, no light. So now when it's nighttime and you're out on the balcony, there's no light. So now thankfully enough, this is a universal box with a tap for the cable that can come right through it. As my electrician told me, I can just simply go to the store, get the fan lighting kit, and just attach it, and I could probably do it myself. And I may try that, we'll see. But this, thankfully, is a rookie mistake that's easily fixed. Ladies and gentlemen, frameless glass. That looks just so much better from how it looked before. But today is also a very big day. Today is the delivery of my floor and the accent wall for the dining room. Very exciting. Here's my flooring. It's arrived. But here's the fun. It's arrived in my parking space, not in my unit. 1,639 pounds to go upstairs. Welcome to Flipping 101, Flipping Florida 101. And here is all 1,639 pounds of flooring up in the unit. Thank God for the person who's helping me in finishing up some of the things in this unit. Here's the flooring I chose. It sort of has that barn, driftwood, barnwood type of look to it. But I think it's just gonna have some fun, especially since in this condo building where I have this unit, it's mostly French Canadians. So they're used to wood houses, so I wanted to have something that's a really interesting but homey wood feeling to it. Here's the next thing about wood floors. Whether it's wood floors or doing the laminates or the luxury vinyl tile, imagine if you did the wood floor like this, just lines, just straight lines. Everything is just, then you're gonna have this line right here over and over again, and the whole place is going to look like a checkerboard. And that's not gonna look good at all. Now look at it when I do it in the diagonal line to try to give it a better feeling. Okay, so you've got, it's going down step by step, but now the whole room is just gonna be and that's not how things are done. Now look at how I have the boards. They're completely staggered and in and out and completely different. Here's the reasoning and what you want to think about, whether it's wood grain tile, wood grain floor, hardwood floors, whatever. You have to think, what is it modeled after? It's modeled after when you had barns and you have wood homes that were built 100, 200, 300 years ago. And they would just take what lumber they could. The lumber was not perfectly out of the factory, manufactured, always a 2x4 or 4x8, and it was not perfect. Some boards would be 3 feet, some boards 4, some 8, and they just patched them together until it became a total square or rectangle for the house. But the boards were all irregular. So when you do that, you give a lot more authentic feeling to the wood on the floor. It also, you want to avoid the tile floor look, which is just horrible. That's manufactured. So think of it that way and try to find the best way to angle your boards. As always with flipping, there's always going to be fun. Here's the bit. I was going to refinish the kitchen. All the cabinets were going to be all painted down and redone, new hardware, everything. Nope, didn't happen that way. So now, first thing you have to do, whack off the doors. That's easy. Just get a hammer and nail them off. Super quick and easy. Rip them off the hinges. It doesn't matter. Next, As you see, there's screws in the back. Try your best to unscrew everything. There's screws underneath. Try your best to do it this way so you can just take them down as one piece. If you have to demolish these, that's going to take a lot of extra time. Try to save yourself the trouble on that one. Here's the next fun. One thing you're gonna have to come to grips with, things you don't want to repair, you gotta learn. I hate drywall, but multiple holes in the ceiling all over the place. See all the blue? Big, big holes. Gotta do them up. Spackle paste. You can try either, I've been using this one, color changing. Pretty helpful. So now the ones that are almost done are already white. You can see over there, they're turned white. Now I had to go out and buy some more because the holes were so big, and now I'm working this up. Taking your blade, taking it, and smearing it out. Bit by bit. Getting the edges so you can seal this up to the ceiling, because twice this one has fallen down. These are hatchets where you can just simply affix them to the roof and then mud on top of it. Learn to love the things that you hate because it makes you money. Ah, beautiful, majestic morning. Seeing the sunrise is beautiful. Coming back into my unit, new lights, and you ready for this? The kitchen. Oh, is that not sweet? That just is so sweet and nice. It makes me so happy. Look at all the nice cabinets. One thing to make sure of on cabinets is that these are always lined up, and especially if they're like that, they're lined up. The kitchen cabinet guys showed me the tool that works for that. It's a very handy dandy type of like measuring tool, but it goes up and it literally plugs into the spot, angles, and helps you find the holes. But me, I still strongly suggest let the professionals do it. You'll also notice recessed lighting. This was not that hard. The original hole, that's where the light was. The electrician could just go right through there and punch his tool through and recess lights. And it is bright. Another helpful hint to think of in the future. Think of the way the doors open on the refrigerator. See how it opens to the left, which fits. The guy buying them with the new refrigerator did not ask me that question, and I did not think about it, so it opens to the right. So it has to go back. $10 charge, but that's still 2 days waiting for it to come back. And another delivery, so of where you sit for 3 hours and do nothing. So pay attention to how the doors open. Here's another learning lesson. Maybe this is a rookie mistake, maybe not. But as you can see, ranges, well, you can't see, the range is hardwired, and you have to buy an extra wire that goes into the plug, and you also have to make sure if it's a 3-prong or 4-prong. But I thought, and the salesman at the store did not mention, he only mentioned the range, that it has to be a plug-in. And what happens is the plug-in has to be a regular plug. It's like a standard plug, but it goes in the cabinet up above, so the cable has to go from here up in there and have a plug installed. And then they'll have a hole and the plug will go through on the microwave there. So, learning lesson. Also another learning lesson. Learning lesson number 2. Dishwasher to be put in, but it needs a drain. Do you see the drain? No, it drains into the garbage disposal, which has not been installed back in yet since the cabinets. Therefore, my entire installation had to be delayed today. Fun! The kitchen is installed. Now just peel off the tape and get things going. Me just hanging out on the front hallway here, and the one last piece of furniture I had in here. This is it, the final bit. I'm just waiting for the last few bits from the house cleaner. Stages tomorrow. It's been a lot of work. I've slaved, I've labored, nearly died, or maybe not, but I've made it. The unit is done. And here we finally are. The big moment of truth. Everything's done, everything's staged, and it's my first open house. The stager did an awesome job, picked out great stuff. Very attractive, very modern, nice and clean. Everything looks good. I'm gonna show the patio too. And of course, that great view. The stager also had a good idea. Since this is a 55 plus community and no children, you're generally not going to need a full bedroom. So what you do is you use a hide-a-bed. It's a sofa bed and a desk right here. So now this becomes a functioning sitting room where they can put their computer up. It really works. Master bedroom also looks super cute. It's a handy thing, just realize you don't want to haul the mattress and box springs, so you just use an air mattress to fill the bed. Pretty good idea. Everything in the guest bathroom worked out as well. Now here's the other thing I'm doing just to really bring things home. Because the building folks were being nice and they were kind of upset with me buying it as an LLC and they didn't really understand flipping, so I've tried to be nice to them and work with them. And I've had a pretty good time with the COA. They've been very helpful. So I'm throwing a cocktail reception for them tonight. Well, I should say happy hour. So you'll see lots of wine and lots of food in the fridge. If I can actually get my camera to look at all that. Woo! And wine in the doors. There. Am I a true videographer by now? Oh yeah. Well, this, folks, let's see what happens with the happy hour. Oh, sorry, with the open house first. Let's not jump too soon ahead. Open house day. First one, February 25th. Tomorrow, February 26th, is the National Association of Realtors open house weekend. So I'm doing it both days. Just kind of making sure the place is out there. I have been hitting up every single open house oriented place on social media. And plus, since there are so many snowbirds in this building, I was hitting all the snowbirds social media sites and hitting those with the ad for the open house and just the basic details. We'll see if it picks up. A neat trick that I think is I decided to put up signs that go and have all the important details, so that way when there's showings, either if I'm here I don't have to say anything, and if I'm not, all these important things will be put out just in case the agent doesn't explain it to their buyer. Cheap little frames, but why not? It works. Here's the next fun little trick that I'm trying. Not only is there a QR code so people can scan and see the listing, and I have copies of the listings there, but looky here. I left a comparison sheet out. So what people can do is they can take a sheet and they can go to whatever other places they look at and mark down and compare what I have, which is in the column 2, so second column, into the other units. Nothing's ever going to truly match up, which means mine's always going to be on top. Basically, you have to just constantly think of new things, new tricks to try to not be like a tired old agent. You have to think for modern day, modern ways, modern tricks. Well, of course, looking at this beautiful view. It's a happy moment and a sad moment. This is my final walkthrough of my very first flip. It's empty now, furniture's gone, the party is gone. It's kind of sad in that sense, but I'm glad I'm getting paid. Goodbye, awesome, amazing kitchen. Goodbye, first bathroom. Goodbye, master bathroom. Master bedroom. And goodbye, amazing view. I will kind of miss this view. It's really just peaceful here. The resort lifestyle. But as I said, time for the next project.